Giving up control is challenging and difficult for everyone, but it's especially so for any senior team.
Over the last couple of years, we're an organisation that has grown hugely. So we've effectively doubled in size in about 4 to 5 years. So that has been a huge amount of change for us as an organisation, but a huge amount of change for the people on the site also. As a management team, and I sit on the management team for the site, we effectively ended up putting in a process where we put in more hours, and I would argue the quality of our work was less because we were putting in more hours. We were doing an awful lot of the doing, so the tactical stuff. I knew every part of the plant, what was going on. My counterpart in engineering knew every part of engineering, and my counterpart in quality knew every part of that. And what we've embarked on over the last 2 years is how we bring, and it's how we hand off, I suppose, more so than anything else, the tactical running of the site, the running of that business, and empowering and trusting the people at the next layer of the organisation to do that. So we've embarked with our extended leadership team on how we can do that. And it's a process of bringing them into the decision-making process. So they're involved in our strategic. So we actually go off-site for 2 days in usually the last quarter. And that starts our process, our strategic process, where they are involved. We show them everything.
How many people?
You're talking about 30 to 35 people, right? And we show them everything.
I think listening to the 3 different groups play back, it all came back to the senior leadership team and having them behave in a coaching leadership way as opposed to the traditional management way. So I suppose I'm leaving here today saying, okay, I've got to work with that team if I really want to make a lasting change in the organisation. And the subtle ways that they can behave differently or talk differently, interact differently will have the long-lasting impact if we can do it the right way. So that to me is the takeaway, is to kind of really work with the senior team to get on board with facilitating leadership.
As I went through my career, my organisations, my growth, I found this was a different way. I came from organisations in the past that would be much more autocratic and much more command and control. And to move away from those kind of organisations to this kind of a way of management has been a personal journey as much as it has been an organisation. And it frees me up more to think more. So there's a freeing up of the organisation. And the other side of it, from a purely selfish perspective, is my phone rings less. Right? So you have less people coming into your office, your phone rings less, and when you're off, you're off. Good. Because there's people there making the decisions for you.
Handing over responsibility for key areas of business to other very competent managers at other levels makes life easier and better for everybody. Things get done in less time and without the need for endless checking and following up that can go on.